Helping the community has been a top priority for a Nebraska company, but with the ongoing pandemic, it's becoming difficult for volunteers to lend a hand. Good afternoon, I'm Ethan Walbach.
And I'm Rebecca Weiss. Coming up, parents are concerned with their child's safety as Halloween approaches. The CDC recommends children filling their candy buckets this year may not be the best option.
All of this and more on the Omaha News.
From the studios of UNO Television, this is the Omaha News, presented by UNO School of Communication.
A number of Black community leaders and elected officials threw their support behind 2nd District Congressional House candidate Cara Eastman. The Democrat is looking to unseat the Republican incumbent Don Bacon this November 3rd. Eastman says because of her experience in Omaha's nonprofit community, she'll be an advocate for Omaha's underrepresented voices.
So I have pledged to create an advisory group because as a member of Congress, you get up there, you're kind of out of touch sometimes.
In the Bacon-Eastman debate earlier this month, each candidate made clear distinctions about where they stand when it comes to COVID-19, healthcare, the Supreme Court, and institutional racism.
Meanwhile, in 2018, Don Bacon defeated Eastman by 2 percentage points. According to the latest Real Clear Politics poll, he's ahead again this year by the same number. Because this is within the margin of error, the House seat is considered a toss-up in 2020.
We know Halloween doesn't put a pause on COVID-19 pandemic, but does the pandemic put a pause on Halloween? Reporter Larissa Larone has a story on how to celebrate safely this year.
It's that time of year where many of us like a good scare. For Maeve, contracting COVID-19 is not the kind of fear she hopes to experience this Halloween season.
My dad has a disease and his immune system can't really fight it, so he's very contagious to it, so I have to be very careful.
APRN's Susan Peschel recommends everyone be careful during this year's festivities.
Try to do the best you can with the preventative measures that the CDC recommends, the masking, the hand hygiene, social distancing.
And remember, the CDC does not recommend this type of mask this year. Remember to wear your PPE underneath your costumes this Halloween season. Even with all the guidelines, Maeve is ready to celebrate.
I'm very excited for Halloween.
Unfortunately, for Maeve and others, trick-or-treating is not recommended.
For kids trick-or-treating, probably there's some safer options. Anything you do within your own household.
With a total of over 18,000 cases of COVID-19 in Douglas County, an uptick in positive cases is possible after the holiday weekend. With the Omaha News, I'm Larissa Leone.
The Douglas County Health Department's COVID-19 Halloween guidelines say that door-to-door trick-or-treating is considered high-risk exposure. They recommend participating in low-risk activities such as at-home scavenger hunts.
With over 700 volunteers, and a majority of them over the age of 55, the Eastern Nebraska Office on Aging must follow strict protocols to continue serving the aging community. Reporter Wyatt Waskowiak has the story.
Our volunteers thrive on that social contact and that face-to-face interaction with those that they serve.
Mary Parker, the Volunteer Service Director for Eastern Nebraska Office on Aging, talks about serving the elderly community during COVID-19.
It's really difficult not to want to reach out and, they want to shake hands or something, and we can't do that.
Many of the volunteers have had to adjust their lives just to continue serving.
They're used to getting out every day, making a difference with the people that they serve, and doing it, some of them on a daily basis.
Now volunteers make daily phone calls and are working toward using Zoom for face-to-face contact, keeping the offices rather empty.
And reminding them we set up these guidelines and these protocols for a reason, to keep our clients safe and to keep you safe.
Many of the individuals volunteer as Meals on Wheels drivers, delivering over 600 meals a day.
Curtis Losey, who's been delivering Meals on Wheels for 11 years, talks about the changes he's endured.
We basically held the meal in our hand and walked up and handed it to them. Of course, that all changed.
Now he and the volunteer delivery workers wear masks, hand sanitizer is frequently used, and they follow strict procedures.
Everything goes in a bag, and everything is either hung on the door or it's 6 feet apart.
For the Omaha News, I'm Wyatt Waskowiak.
Enoa is always looking for new volunteers. Whether they are delivery drivers, lawn care, or grocery shopping, there are several areas of need.
Coming up, a company here in Nebraska provides nutritional benefits to families in need to purchase healthy food and move towards self-sufficiency.
Next, a local ice cream shop shares how they stay successful during a time where most companies are at a disadvantage.
Keep watching, we'll be right back.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.
Need an incentive to read? Use your Omaha Public Library card to check out a pass to the Henry Doorly Zoo. Each pass can admit up to 2 adults and 6 children for a one-time use. Passes are limited, so make sure to head to your library and check out a Henry Doorly Zoo pass today. Benson, where creativity is our culture. Benson's lively atmosphere offers a unique experience. Come enjoy great live music, enjoy a variety of bars, get amazing food from local restaurants, and shop at local businesses. Whatever you do, you won't be disappointed with your experience. Learn more at experiencebenson.com.
This is the Omaha News.
The Nebraska Economic Recovery Dashboard is a joint project of the UNO Center for Public Affairs Research and the Planning Committee of the Nebraska State Legislature. Reporter Ulysses Orozco joins us live in Studio B.
The dashboard is used to track a range of indicators that have impacted Nebraska's economy due to COVID-19. For one small business, the uptake in customers during the pandemic defies national trend. Mixon's in the old market just celebrated its 2nd anniversary. Their manager says business is thriving. Adele Molina, manager of Mixon's Rolling Ice Cream, has been busy taking in-person and over-the-phone orders. She says the happy hour, running sales, and putting out new flavors is how they have kept business moving forward.
It probably would have still been slow around 6 o'clock, 6:30 if we weren't having the happy hour.
According to data on the Nebraska Economic Recovery Dashboard, Nebraska's economy is weathering the COVID-19 downturn better than its neighboring states. Josie Schaffer, director of the Center for Public Affairs Research, says there are a couple of explanations for that.
One, we had a really high labor force participation rate going in to COVID-19.
Schaffer says the second explanation was the influx of federal dollars.
We're able to capture more of the payroll protection program as a percent of our businesses than a lot of other states.
Mixon's has been able to keep its doors open throughout the COVID-19 downturn thanks to a few changes.
We started doing like a on-call, like a call-in orders, and then pick it up and we'll run it out to you.
Molina attributes Nebraska weathering the COVID-19 downturn better than its neighboring states to the precautions that businesses are taking.
The masks and sanitizer and limiting like the groups that are in here.
Molina says at the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
We just try to always remain positive and try to please them while they're here because we don't know what they're going through out there.
Some of the indicators the Nebraska Economic Recovery Dashboard tracks include weekly unemployment, monthly sales and tax dues receipts, and labor force participations. Ethan, Rebecca, back to you.
Around 1 in 12 Nebraskans use the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, formerly known as food stamps. Reporter Madison Wheeler talks to 2 Nebraska food pantries who provide additional help.
The Pew Research Center says that although unemployment rates were reportedly higher in May than they were during the Great Recession, millions more were actually unemployed than reported. Even though unemployment has been high, Tri-City Food Pantry Director Melissa Nelson says that there are others who also need assistance.
Some of our families work, some have been laid off, some get SNAP or other assistance.
Those who need food assistance may also need help with paying rent or school fees. So the referral system helps connect families to other resources.
We're just here to supplement so that families can get by month to month. Our main goal here is just kind of that human dignity factor.
Located on UNO's campus, the Maverick Food Pantry also tries to make sure that people don't feel looked down on for getting the help that they need. This food pantry also serves faculty, students, and staff at the University of Nebraska Medical Center and the College of St. Mary. The Maverick Food Pantry has had to change how they distribute food because of the pandemic, but it has also changed how they get food.
It's been kind of hard to keep up with our inventory because we usually get our food from Aldi, but Aldi has limitations and restrictions on like what all you can buy.
St. Clair says there can be many reasons it's important to get food, which is why the Maverick Food Pantry was created.
Your stomach is growling. It's not like you can focus on your classwork and your homework and even your jobs.
Food pantries are just one way that Nebraskans in need can get help. For the Omaha News, I'm Madison Wheeler.
Nebraska has been the only state not to continue with the federal program to supplement SNAP payments past July.
Coming up, one resource center moves their programs online as aspiring gardeners are looking to grow their green thumbs.
Next, a program in the heart of Douglas County explains how they use horses to help individuals struggling with their disabilities.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Buddy, Nebraska weather got you down?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like I'm trapped in a snow globe.
I've got the thing for you. You need to head down to UNO's weight room and help in kinesiology. They have bench presses, they have treadmills, they have free weights, they have everything that will pump you up.
I'm gonna go head there right now.
So put on your gym shoes, make a protein shake, and go turn that plastic into muscle.
Explore the historic Blackstone District in Omaha, Nebraska. With over a dozen restaurants, bars, and social settings, you can experience everything the iconic district has to offer. Eat, drink, socialize, and enjoy the day or night here in Blackstone.
Radio isn't what your grandparents told you. It's about discovering facts from the other side of the story. But MavRadio.fm produces talent, people who can take someone's story and bring it to life.
Wind, reel, and print.
This is the Omaha News.
People struggle every day with physical and mental disabilities. Reporter R.C. Miller joins us live in the newsroom to tell us how horsepower is being put to work to overcome these challenges.
That's right. According to the CDC, around 22% of adults in Nebraska struggle with some type of disability, and Hetra is here helping them. Out in the windswept hills of Sarpy County resides a calming oasis for those tackling mental and/or physical disabilities. The Heartland Equine Therapeutic Riding Academy, or Hetra, utilizes horses to heal and grow its students.
He's very mouthy.
Many people may think only of dogs as therapy animals due to their affectionate nature, but horses can provide that and so much more, explains Catherine Smith, the program manager for Hetra.
The movement of the horse is very, very similar to human ambulation, so that side to side, forward and backward, and rotational motion that we feel when we walk, the rider will feel as the horse walks.
During normal operation, Hetra usually helps upwards of 140 participants of all ages each week with disabilities that range from autism to PTSD, explains Catherine, and the numerous success stories prove its abilities.
Saw a little boy one time throw a ball and catch it, and his mom was in tears. She said, "We've been trying to get him to do that for months," and he finally did it up on the horse.
While the pandemic has hindered normal operations, the need for therapy and psychological services continues to grow. To support that demand, an army of volunteers like Kyle Black, a former special ed teacher, are required to keep everything on track.
And I enjoy working with the horses. I have a horse here who's used as a therapy horse, and it's just a good fit for me.
Hetra also provides its services for free to all veterans. Ethan, Rebecca, back to you.
The coronavirus pandemic has severely impacted many people, businesses, and organizations. Reporter Jack Delperdang has more on a story about a nonprofit organization that has been affected.
The City Sprouts nonprofit organization helps cultivate healthy communities and sustainable, equitable food systems through gardening, education, and youth development. But recently, the pandemic hit them as well, and it has had an impact on how they go about things. Communications Director Addie Gangenbach explains.
We've switched the majority of our programs. Either we've paused them or we've done them socially distanced, or most of them have gone virtual.
City Sprouts also had to transfer all of their Growing Gardeners workshops online to either Zoom calls or Facebook Lives. The Growing Gardeners Workshop series is a collaboration between City Sprouts and The Big Garden. Their purpose is to offer 4 seasons of hands-on workshops that feature skills and techniques for every gardener and urban farmer.
Most of the topics are around urban gardening, farming, food preservation, and then we do like general lifestyle.
City Sprouts has been around since 1995 and is currently the oldest community garden in the city of Omaha. Organizations around that long are sure to have experienced at least some change. Executive Director Katie Kresha says that is no different for them.
So we've done a lot of things like put in place some new policies, put together more HR style supports to try to help support employees as the organization continues to grow.
For the Omaha News, I'm Jack Delperdang.
The next City Sprouts Growing Gardeners Workshop Series event is October 21st, where they will talk about fire cider.
And coming up, staying in shape is a concern for many. One local individual provides a healthy substitute for people wanting a snack.
Next, as homelessness continues to be an ongoing issue here in Omaha, one man shares his story on the support he's received from the community.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
My name is Lindsay Nieper, and I teach Yoga 1 at UNO. I think my favorite thing about teaching yoga here at UNO is that there are so many benefits to practicing yoga consistently. Students who have never practiced yoga before are suddenly consistently getting 2 hours a week or more of yoga into their lives, and it can be really transformational for them to be able to practice so consistently and see positive changes in their bodies and their minds. I think that so many students are struggling with juggling their school commitments with their personal lives, oftentimes are working and really having a hard time finding balance. I think yoga can benefit any student by giving them a couple days each week when they can slow down their pace.
Pi Kappa Alpha has been the best decision I've made in college. It's really set me up to be ready for the real world.
I never thought I'd join Greek life at UNO, but some of my best memories have been at Pike.
As of 2019, Nebraska had estimated over 2,300 had experienced homelessness on any given day. 454 of these individuals were experiencing chronic homelessness. Richard Rose tells us about his experience with homelessness in recent years. On any given day of the week, if you drive by the corner of Leavenworth and 28th Street, you will most likely see Richard Rose standing at the stoplight. Richard has been standing at this corner for over 6 years now, and in his eyes has been pretty successful from the items he has received.
Sandwiches, Burger King, water, bottles of water, get a lot of water. I've gotten blankets and stuff like that.
Richard stands at this corner 4 to 6 hours a day because he receives a disability check every month, but the amount the check covers is only so much for Richard.
And most people are getting not just for physical, but mental, and I'm only getting for physical, so.
Along with receiving food stamps every month, Richard also uses food pantries like this one and other resources provided by the Omaha area to the homeless community.
Yeah, they got like 4 or 5 shelters that you can go to, so, if you need to.
With over 2,300 people homeless in the Omaha area, it's Richard's hope that standing on this corner, people will see and understand that there is a problem with homelessness in the Omaha community. If you know anyone who is in need of an extra food or even a place to sleep, please visit homelessshelterdirectory.org for a list of shelters in the Omaha area.
And flu season has officially begun, and with the threat of COVID-19 still very real, eating healthy can help boost your immune system. BeFit Baking provides a variety of healthy snacks for customers to enjoy.
Angela Horner, creator of BeFit Baking, started providing healthy snack alternatives 6 years ago for people looking to live an active lifestyle.
So I made these granola bars, and it was the end of boot camp. I handed them out, and the responses that I got just even later that day was like, oh my God, these are amazing, you should start selling them.
Horner says that nutritional education could help lower the U.S. adult obesity rate that stands at 42.4%.
I think just kind of getting knowledgeable on some of the things you're putting in your body is essential. You know, not everyone has to be an expert.
With obesity as an underlying health condition, those people affected are more susceptible to COVID-19.
We don't know what COVID does to people and the long-term lasting effects. So to be as healthy as we can is very important.
And Horner tells me that healthy snacks, like these protein waffles, can be the beginning for someone looking to fuel their body right.
We only have one body. It's our engine. We've got to fuel it with the right things or it's just not going to go right.
34.2 million people in the United States have diabetes. Rachel Sindelar knows the effects diabetes has had on her family.
I've lost my mom and my grandmother from it, So it makes me want to live a better life than the way they lived.
On top of the healthier food options, Sindelar continues to support BeFit Baking for one reason.
Because it's local and you're helping to support a small business.
Eating healthy is only one part of living a healthy lifestyle. Staying active and drinking plenty of water are other measures you can take to protect your immune system this flu season.
Hertz Donuts Company has been a mainstay with locals in Lincoln. The franchise has now made its way to the Omaha Metro. Reporter Corey Osborne gives us the story.
From its humble beginnings in 2013 to now, Hertz Donuts has grown from a single donut shop to a full-fledged franchise with 21 locations. Hertz Donut Omaha owner Lindsay Yoakum told us why Hertz is a unique donut destination.
We love the quirkiness, we love the fun atmosphere, the 24/7, like you don't get that. Like any time of day you can come in here and grab a donut.
Omaha donut lovers can't have enough of what Hertz has to offer.
We have felt so loved in Omaha that they keep coming for more.
It's easy to see that love with the line that often trails outside of the door. But how do the folks at Hertz Donuts keep up?
All times having to make products. So it takes 2 hours for yeast. So we just have to keep everything going 24/7.
Yoakum and her 95 employees want the community of Omaha to know this.
We're trying and we're doing our best and we'll get you through that line as fast as possible.
From the Bart Simpson to the Cookie Monster, Hertz Donuts has an amazing selections for their customers. Customer Aaron Brown talks about that.
I liked it. I mean, it's not traditional donuts like you'd walk into a normal donut store.
Yoakum gives a shout out to those who provide the wide variety of donuts.
We could not do this without each and every one of our team. They're amazing.
For the Omaha News, I'm Corey Osborne.
Hertz Donut Company is a franchise chain that originates out of Tempe, Arizona.
And that's all we have for today. Join us next week for more exciting stories in your community.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at UN Omaha, the Omaha News, or find our website for even more news and stories at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching.
We will see you next time.
What I feel coming to UNO is a sense of community, feeling like I had a home, and so I chose UNO because of that. To me, access to exceptional is having a cheerleader in your life, and anybody who has stepped foot in UNO knows that somebody cares about you. School isn't just getting a GPA. To go above and beyond that is what's going to make you an exceptional applicant to a job or a graduate program.
Create your next adventure and travel the world at Omaha's award-winning Henry Dorley Zoo.
Dundee, home to Warren Buffett, it's located west of Midtown Omaha, Nebraska. It's a place in Omaha where neighbors can work, eat, relax, and live it up, all within a few blocks. Come visit the neighborhood and see what Dundee has to offer.